Good morning. This is Tracy with Totally Trace. I am here live and I'm going to use the Easter Basket Suite or Easter Joy Suite. I always forget which one's the name of the suite, which is the name of the bundle. But regardless, I'm going to be using that and I am going to make a card for you. A few things I want to update you on first. So I do have 4 kits left. So for the Easter Joy class, I only have 4 of these kits available. The rest are all gone. So the kit includes 6 by 6 sheets of designer series paper, all in the pretty spring Easter colors and prints. You get 3 feet of that blue, balmy blue gingham ribbon. And then you have all the cardstock cuts prepped for you. And in your kit, you'll make these 5 cards. So everything you need for these 5 cards except for your stamps and inks. So you will need that. And then there's also an Easter basket that we make. 4 of those left. If you want that, it is in the comment section, the link to register for that. And they will go out on Monday. And then one other thing I want to share with you is I do have my March mystery mailer promotion going on right now. So if you make a purchase in my online store, I'm going to send you a package in the mail that's filled with mystery product. You don't know what you get, but I promise it'll be great. And then I just have the amounts here. So if you spend $50, I'm going to send you $30 worth of Stampin' Up! Merchandise from my stash. If you spend $100, I'm going to send you $70. If you spend $150, I'm going to send you $120, and it just keeps going up from there. And again, the link to my store is in the comments. All right, so let's get to the card I'm going to make today. If you... Easter egg die on the loose. If you joined me on Wednesday at my live, you might have noticed that my 6-year-old niece joined and she loved the card I made. Oh, and I have it right here on my desk. Let me grab it. So this is the card I had made. Super cute. And she loved the bunnies. And so every once in a while I send her a kit in the mail because she doesn't live near me. And then we do FaceTime together and we make the card together. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to design that card live with you today. So again, I'm using the Easter Basket Bundle. It comes with these great dies and then these stamps. And I'm also going to be using the paper. And what does a 6-year-old girl like? Lots of coloring, lots of gluing, and pink. So that's the inspiration for today's card. And then an easy layout is important too. Something that she can do while I'm giving directions online. Or on FaceTime. So I did start with a pretty and pink card base. It's 5.5 by 8.5, just a typical card base. And then I have a 5.25 by 4 inch sheet of white paper that I embossed with the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder, I think is what it's called. And I thought that just kind of gives me like Easter basket weaving vibes. So that's why I chose that. And then I've pulled out some of my scraps. Like, I love this paper, just how it shines. And I'm going to need 3 of these, and they're all going to be cut to the same dimensions. So they're going to be 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. So I like those together, but then I'm thinking she's probably going to want flowers. So even though I like that better, we're going to go with this. So I'm going to cut each of these. Well, we'll see if that one's big enough, to 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. Now, this one is directional, meaning it has to lay a certain way on the card. So it has to be 2 3/4 this way. So let's see. Okay, good. So I'm going to cut this side at 1 3/4. By 2 3/4. And so this is a card template that I use a lot. And every time I cut it, I think, that looks really small. Am I making it right? But trust me, it is. But in that same thinking, that means it's also a great scrap card, meaning using all those scrap stuff that you have. So again, 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then I think I want my stripes, I think I want them to go that way. So we're going to make this the 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. And then I'll put all these scraps into my bin. Actually, I should have cut hers while I was doing this. Get it all ready together at once. All right, so here's our layout. Is you're going to put that just a little off center. Actually, I want it going this way. And I want this one in the middle. Okay, so that's the gist of the layout. Again, I see some of you popping on. Each of those are 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. And if you're here, say hi. I pulled out a bunch of Easter baskets that I've already die cut, but again, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with the pink. So I'm going to lay that there and see. I'm covering up a lot of the Easter eggs, which I'm not sure I'm going to like. Again, this is inspiration. My 6-year-old niece is inspiring this one, so we're going to do lots of gluing, lots of coloring. So I added that. With the Easter basket, you've got the little ruffle, you've got the grass. I chose to go with the ruffle. Hi there, Diana. And now let's stamp some of these fun friends. So these little bunnies are adorable, and so is this chick. I'm going to stamp all 3. I don't know if I'm going to end up using all 3. But again, a 6-year-old's going to want to, the more the merrier, right? She's going to want to color all of it. And then I'm going to stamp them all using Secret C. Let's see, is this one going to fit there? Oh, yes. And then we'll do this cute little chick. And then I'm going to color with my Stampin' Blends, but colored pencils, crayons, anything will work. Again, this is one of my favorite things to do is design a card, send it to her, and then we make it together on FaceTime. Some quality time together. Oop, let's not forget their noses. And then I don't think I've used gray in a while, so let's color this one gray. I do have, this is the light smoky slate. Everything I'm using the light color of the 2 blends. Because remember, these do come in, the purpose of these is to truly blend your colors and look like an artist. I am not doing that for these. But I still prefer to use these because they don't leave, you know, regular markers just leave streaks. So this doesn't, the color will blend. But they come in packs of 2, a light and a dark, with the purpose of you being able to add shadows. And so I am, oh, let's not forget the ear. I am using the light each time on this. Hi there, Jane. Thanks for watching. All right, now let's pull that yellow out. Just wanted to make sure the Secret C had plenty time to dry, so I wasn't dragging that color in on this cute little chick. And then, of course, this bundle has all the die cuts to cut out these. Okay, so it's super easy. Oh, I don't have the chick on here. That must be on my die cut machine right now. Okay, so that would cut that one out. And then that one. And yep, here's my chick. Okay. I have already done that, so you don't have to wait on me. Oh, and look, I even did a carrot. So the same thing. That's in the stamp set, and then it has the dies to go with that. So let me get all this out of the way. And let's see how we want this to look. So this is my favorite bunny. Again, this is for a 6-year-old to make, so she's going to want as much stuff on here as she can have. If you follow me, I have shown you the technique where you can cut the arm so that it really holds the carrot, but I'm not sure she's going to be able to do that, so we're just going to glue that just like that and put that there. Oh, and we need a sentiment. Okay, that is looking adorable. Again, this paper, I don't feel like you could make a bad card. You probably hear me say that a lot, but it's truly how I pick what I'm buying is, for me, I start with the paper. And if I'm inspired by the paper, the stamp set is almost secondary. Let's do, actually, I'm going to do the Secret C again. I've actually liked the Easter cards better that have the darker sentiment. So even though it's not a pastel and screams Easter, I like how it looks. It just pops more. Yep, I like that. And we'll figure out where this goes. Sometimes I cut this in half. Looks like this time it's going to be one of those. Okay, there, or I think I like it better down there. Okay, now that I've got my layout, I am ready to start gluing down. Okay, so let's get this glued down first. Again, this is that Forever Plaid embossing folder that I use. Just adding a little bit of texture to the card. Okay, and then we'll glue these down. And these are going to overlap. Oh, I love this crumb cake background that I'm putting glue on right now. And that's not looking straight to me, but this is a pretty whimsical card, so I don't think it's going to matter. And then this one off to the left. Okay, and then let's start doing our Easter basket. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue onto the front of this guy. And then we'll pop this up. And then I've got my minis here, which don't actually have any minis left, but just something else to secure that handle. All right, and then, oh, let's glue this carrot to this guy. And then our little chick. All right, so I started this card at 9, and now I did have some of it prepped. But still, 15 minutes in, the card is done. All because of that simple layout idea. All right, so thanks for watching today. Don't forget, I only have 4 of the Easter kits left. They will ship out on Monday, so if you would like that kit, don't wait. Click on the link in the comments. And then also my shopping link is there, so if you love these products and want to grab them yourself, go ahead and do that, and then I'll send you that mystery mailer too. I will be live on Wednesday of this week, and I will be doing a one-sheet wonder. So I'm going to have a 6x6 sheet of paper, and we're going to make several cards just out of that one 6x6 sheet of designer series paper. So make sure you join me for that. That is 5:30 Eastern time, and I will see you then.